Hello, my name is Leon. Welcome back for another episode of Anbennar and EU4 as Zurkanrek. In previous episode we managed to become an empire, and we also started another war against the Centaurs since the truce ended. And right now we're just seizing down as much as we can here, quite frankly, to get a little bit of extra territory from this war, hopefully. Is that one? Oh, that's seized down by the bloody Sun Elves. Alright then. Maybe obscurism. A little bit unrest probably wouldn't hurt, but at the same time we've got so much prestige we can afford losing some of that. So you are now idle, aren't you? I'm just going to send you down that way then. Start sieging down some of the land here. Technically speaking, sieging down the enemy capital would probably be quite a smart idea. And we're pretty full on Diplo points by the looks of it. We could just get the Diplo Tech right now, I suppose. Well, that would allow us to upgrade. Oh, we could get the dry docks. Never mind, that's not the Grand Shipyard yet that I was looking for. The Grand Shipyard is not going to be available until Tech 24, actually. It will increase the naval maintenance as well. But I suppose at this stage we might as well get this. Well, you know what? No, we're not going to get those yet. We're going to do more developing real quick. There we go. So we are getting a little bit more stuff there. Is that right? So that's the rebellion that we are going to be dealing with fairly soon, anyway. Oh, new discoveries. Is that right? We might be discovering a little bit more. Well, actually, I didn't check where that discovery is, but yeah, we're slowly getting a bit more information about the world, but it's really slow, admittedly. Oh, they managed to turn the war around down here in the south, but Marakivi is having a bit of a problem over there. But I suppose we'll just wait a little bit further with the tech in there. We are getting pretty high on the score, at least. We're number 5 right now on the trial. Oh, I'll spend the point to get the tradition, actually. Because that will be, well, actually, it doesn't increase our reputation. It reduces the unrest, at least. Can be quite handy. I suppose oh, that's already been sieged down. I'm just gonna wait over here in our friendly territory in the meanwhile then. Until we're ready to do the peace deal. I mean, basically we need to wait for the Sun Elves to end their war first, because they've already got an 86% war score. Oh, there we go, we beat down their fleet. Oh, there we go, we got 2 light ships out of that. I'm just gonna take the light ships, send them down this way, upgrade them. It costs us a little bit of money, but it's not too bad. And then I suppose we can send these into the port as well. I don't think there's any ships to... No, there's no ships to upgrade there yet. Although, once we get the Diplotech, there is. And do we have any more centers of trade to upgrade to level 3? We've got this one. It's not high enough development yet, but I suppose if we're going to be developing this a lot, it's going to give this the edict of development cost reduction. Oh, I suppose another thing that we could do is build the university there first. Is there any other centers of trade that we haven't built the university in yet? I suppose that's a good question. Got the university over there as well. What about over here? We don't have one there. We'll just get a university. And then that one does have a university already. This one does not, but it's already building. So we can't really build another one there right now. And what about the Canal City over here? We got the university, we got a barracks there. I suppose we could upgrade that one to level 2 there. It's not necessarily that effective in there, but it'll probably help. Regardless. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. How about you go down that way? You're going to be sieging down... Well, you are going to be sieging down most of this already. But there we go. Now, if we were to do a truce, we can get a lot more land. Maybe get that one as well, and that one. That would be a full 100%... oh, is that a coalition of... No, it's just the Centaurs. Alright, well, I mean, that would be a large territory, to be sure. They, of course, would not take this peace deal yet. And since we haven't occupied any forts or anything like that, that's part of the problem. We'll have that fixed soon enough. We're only using 3 armies for this sieging as well. Because we really don't need to be using more than that. That should be sieging down most of that area. And I suppose next year is something we could maybe start getting the technologies up and running again. Are we... Right, we are going to need a bit more mill points to get the tech there. Right, so we got the fort. Let's just go over here, clear out this step. And then we're going to start moving north with the fleet there. Right, so it's December. Next month, we're going to get the techs. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you up north. Not sieging down some of that manually. Let's just double check that you've got missions or areas to still siege down. You actually don't. Well, you will now. Well, you get there, I'm going to give you orders to start sieging down further north, I suppose. Maybe all the way to the capital. Oh, Gromba has announced me as a rival. Well, no surprises there. And you have not seized down that area yet. How about you go do that? In the meanwhile, there's a little bit less micromanagement on the sieging armies there, which I do appreciate. You want to move through my lands, did you? Oh, you did gain some more. Actually, I don't. Right, so land over here was given. But I think they. Oh, and I think they lost some land over there as well. Oh, it must have been a separate peace there, because this peace deal didn't change any borders there. Alright then. These. Right, are repairing right now. Let's give you orders to do the sieging on these states. So 40% war score already. Oh, and it's already March. So let's go ahead and get the text now. We'll make sure that we get the bonuses from there. And now we can start upgrading the fleets down here, which admittedly is going to be a little bit on the expensive side. Especially since we're upgrading that fleet for the second time already. Before the previous upgrade even went through. So I probably should have waited a little bit on that one. I do admit. Let's go ahead and get a couple more manufactories in the meanwhile. To get even more money. We currently have pretty decent income. Revocation and expulsion of Trollkind. Oh, right. They are no longer expulsing the Trollkind there. Alright then. Oh, and there's a bit of centaurs there. Annex subject has expired. Oh, does that mean that we might be able to get some more vessels soon? Not that far off, quite frankly. The government rank is still... Oh, because they are a kingdom already, so they get -10 because of that one. Okay. And the economic base compared to them is not high enough. We've got fairly strong military, but I don't think we're going to get more than 20 points from there. Friendly attitude. And, oh, they don't have enough trust on us. Oh, is that something we could maybe... Well, we can carry favors, I suppose. And also with the favors, we can start increasing the trust. If the... Yeah, okay, the trust isn't that high, but if we can start increasing that even further, that'll probably be a pretty smart idea. We can do that in a few days. There we go. So is that getting us any closer on the vassalization? It's now -9 points. Okay, so we can probably increase that further. There we go, that's one fort siege. Oh, actually, that reminds me. No, we didn't get the maritime ideas yet, did we? Or what's the naval ideas that... No, hold on a minute. Yeah, no, it's the maritime ideas, sorry, that we need to have to repair in here. So right now, we won't be able to do that. Conversion successful. Good. Let's get another conversion underway. There's a few others. There's Kotave followers, and then there's also Corinthians in here. Speaking of which, if I remember correctly, Gromba... Oh yeah, Grombars are Corinthian for some reason. I mean, I believe the leader was like a half-orc or something right now, when I checked before. Oh, moderate tolerance increase of centaurs, alright. I mean, we do have a lot of centaurs, admittedly, so that's not necessarily that surprising. They would not take the peace deal quite yet, but we've done a lot of sieging at least. But this one can just get back here and start doing some rebel suppression on the area soon enough. There we go, there's a bit more sieging done. That one's starting to push north. Suppose I could give you the orders to siege down that one as well. And then this one doesn't need to siege down there anymore. You can start pushing further north. And, oh, do I want to... Getting the extra ideas over here probably wouldn't be too bad. On the other hand, upgrading our military, especially the infantry, is probably a pretty smart idea as well. Oh, and the supply limit, so that means that we can easily go for the 40,000 man armies pretty much everywhere. Schedule to engage enemies. Oh, do they actually have an army? They got a little bit of an army, but not that much. That gives a bit of an idea where the armies are, actually. Oddly enough. But, you know, oh, now they might be willing to pay... No, not quite yet for a peace. Hey, is that one now... That's 9 development. Okay, that's getting pretty close to 10 development that we're aiming for with these colonists. The rest of that can be done sort of more manually. They do have a decent shock general in there. But that's moving further north because, you know, it's a bit afraid of us, I reckon. Let's go ahead and get another couple... Actually, let's go ahead and get the soldier household in a couple places. We can increase our manpower even further. Then, of course, another thing that we do need to do is get some more regimental camps, which we don't really have enough yet. But we can definitely build up this area, a lot of them, to get the army size a bit higher. I mean, right now it's still kind of modest at best. So it's 11 points over here again. Alright. I do... Oh, we can get a truce soon, but let's go ahead and increase the trust over here. So why is the trust at 74? So that might be getting us again slightly closer to the... Yeah, it's at 10 points again, but they've gotten the... Oh yeah, the economic base is starting to increase again. Now, of course, once we core a lot of this area, that should increase our economic base to some degree. Right, diplomat is not available, so let's just go ahead and... Yeah, take this peace deal. It's a lot of land. It's going to be, well, not really a coalition. It's not that much overextension, luckily. It's a lot of land, but not very valuable land, is what it is. Right, so you can start doing some rebel suppression here. Take care of the southern half of this new area. I'm going to send you to the middle. And you can join down here somewhere as well. Did we get the army over here to be... No, it's not quite the size that I was looking to get it to, but we can get the infantry now to the intended numbers. Start coring a lot of the lands. Lost the casus belli against the centaurs, oddly enough. We're going to get a claim over there. Oh, they're guaranteed by... Oh, right. The Sun Elves are now guaranteed the independence. So, how strong are the Sun Elves? Ooh. 300,000 men is not bad. They're number 2 great power. Okay, so we might need to increase our army size a little bit. Of course, we could also start expanding down south over here. So you got 100,000 men. You're currently fighting against someone else. Raj. Okay, so this is kind of the India. Oh, hold on a minute. Are these the Harimares? I do not know, actually. Like Harimare, I think that might be sort of a tiger people or something like that, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, there we go. 130 ducats per month income. So I suppose at this stage it might be pertinent to start upgrade. Oh, that one's level 2 still. Okay, well, let's upgrade that one first, things first. We can also get some more claims down here, I hope. And then eventually, I mean, the Sun Elves are a little bit stronger than what we are, so that is going to cause some issues, I reckon. But I think, right, so that is doing the rebel suppression already. We've got the almost 40,000 man army over here. I mean, if we were to get a general over here, we could start drilling that. Because it's not really in danger zone or anything like that. So there's 2 more provinces that we can start coring soon-ish. I think next month we're going to do that one. And then next, or 1 more month and we can start coring all of it. Or the last ones of that list there. The money is definitely not an issue. And over here we've got the... Oh wait, no, it wasn't that one. Was it this one? Oh yeah, this is one of the places that we could probably increase in size, but we haven't done that yet. We'd have to do a bit of developing in here, which honestly, we should probably do that at least. Well, we can put in 1 development in there. And start coring the remaining province there. How much... we don't need that much points for the Miltech. We're going to get that before the end of the year. Ikashale is still the Federation leader. Governing capacity is starting to run a little bit low, admittedly. Because we did lose a little bit of lands there to the conquest. We could get another mission and then see some more lands. I suppose that is what we're going to do. Merchant Guilds want a university. Okay, that's something that we can do, for sure. Oh, they want a university over here. Oh, we're building the soldier household there first. Alright then. Well, we'll need to remember that hopefully later, but we can definitely do that one. And now we've got the loyalty to see some more lands. So we're going to be at 98%. None of them are going to be particularly loyal. Oh, the statesman has died. Oh, there goes the Diplo reputation. Right, well, I suppose we could either go for the trade income, which would allow us to get a lot of money. Morale of navies could be okay, but not really that important. I suppose we are going to go for the merchant. It does require a little bit more leveling up before it's level 3 at least, but it's something that we can afford. Let's go ahead and get another one of those manufacturers in the meanwhile. Great protection against someone. Oh, it's these. Are they actually privateering me? They decide some of my provinces, admittedly. Right, so if we were to look at the vassalization, oh, it's minus 12 now, okay. So slowly but surely we are becoming stronger, but I suppose we're not getting stronger fast enough compared to the others developing their lands. So that's a bit of a problem there. We need to have a lot more development overall to get any more vassals, I'm afraid. Hey, more development there, so that is now level 10, so we're going to cancel the colonies from there. And then let's have a look at the development map mode. So that's level 3. Is that any good? Well, I mean, that is fair. I suppose. Oh, we can't build or colonize that right now. Send it. Actually, we'll send it to the coastal province here. Already got the shipyard there. We don't have a trade station. Oh, we do have a trade station. We don't have the workshop in there yet. That does remind me. How is the soldier household? It's taking a while. It won't be done for another 3 years. Okay. In the meanwhile, how is our army size? 116 is what we could do. Suppose we could build a few more regimental camps in here in the meanwhile. That's going to get us to 120,000 total, so we can increase this one with the cannons to a total of 16 soon. Election. Current ruler is already pretty high level, so I think it's time to switch it to someone else. I'm going to get the military candidate still. The reason for... Oh, diplomatic rotation. Okay, well that's not going to be re-elected then. We can complete the plutocratic... Oh, well, no. We're going to take the Miltech. So we get the new forts as well. No, not the cannons, the infantry. Okay, so that's pretty defensive in shock and okay fire. And decent morale as well. So that's not too bad at all. Or morale sort of defenses and all that. Right, so we brought in the army here. Let's just go ahead and put you on rebel suppression, shall we? And then I suppose this one. I'm gonna get the... I suppose Wide Boy is a pretty good one, General. So we're gonna move this one further back a little bit, and then we're gonna start drilling the army again. And also, what we're gonna do is we're gonna move these back north, so we can transport the fleet over soon enough. And then we've got this small fleet over here that could start doing trade production. Or is there any... Oh, these can... Oh, okay. So these can hunt pirates pretty much everywhere. Okay. So we know that this area is being pirated a little bit. Right, I forgot that there was a limitation with the galleys where they could be hunting stuff. Oh, yeah, that is open sea there. So therefore we can't... Well, actually, no, that is still... proliferation of musket. Elite regiments will be removed and army professionalism is increased. Okay. Well, we're almost at 50% professionalism. Oh, standardized uniforms. Excellent. So that's going to be basically the same modifier, more or less, but, you know, updated version of it. We've got a fair bit of construction going on right now. It's going to take a while before it's done. Oh, there is some separatists down. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of separatists down to the south that might fire. So we'll see how that is going to end up being. Did we get the... So we... No, we did level up that one. This one we did not level up yet. I suppose now we got the... points at least to do that. Get it to... We need to have it 25 development total. We don't, of course, have the money yet, but next month we could do. So we can build up that one. Then I suppose another thing that we should start doing is upgrading the forts to level 6. At least the sort of key forts. Government investment in Zurkanrek expired. Oh, right, okay. Ooh, 144 ducats per month income. That's pretty effective. Get another conversion underway. Still got plenty of stability. Unfortunately, we don't have the Zealot anymore in PAL, so, you know, won't be converting quite as quickly. And we've got 99.5% of our land is controlled by the Crown. That's pretty good. How's the absolutism? So it's minus 41 still that we can have in theory. So, nothing. Hey, we are starting to get a little bit of development over here at the coast now. It's only the first one that we gained there, but you know, it's got a pretty good chance of increasing in development. And a lot of the cores are going to be done soon. So now we'll have some potential new targets over here that fight. Oh, I suppose we only got... Well, you know what, we're going to save the middle points right now to get the plutocratic ideas completed. And there's a few cores done. Oh, excellent supply. So heavy and light ship costs go down. Actually, we could probably increase the size of our fleet quite drastically. Oh, yeah, we could. That's actually something that we should do over here. Increase the heavy ship portion. Maybe we'll get another 2 galleys there. And we're going to get another few galleons in. And we're going to get over 10 heavy ships total. Then I suppose we've got the Hunt Pirates fleet over here, which we could increase to a total of 20 galleys. So we'll have a total of 40 galleys. And then this one is upgraded or building up already with a few more ships. Did we have another fleet somewhere that is not fully... There's 19 one over here. That would probably get another frigate then. Is that... Oh yeah, that's now dividable by 5. Okay, so that is numbers that we were aiming for. Let's get another manufacturer in the meanwhile. It's mostly just the fur production that is just so bloody valuable. Oh, that's a bit of a revolt there. Admittedly, if we were to get the... one of the... You know what? Somebody could probably be here and beat this army. Oh yeah, with the morale and tactics advance, that was an easy one. Right, let's just do a bit of... Actually, you know what? You don't need to do that mission. You can start drilling. Which means that this one can probably start drilling as well. We don't have a leader there, but that's alright. We do have still a leader over here. Catmandos is still drilling that big army. And that's a lot of cores. Now, does that mean that we're getting closer and closer to vassalizing, or further and further? I think it's still getting further. Diplo reputation is pretty bad for us right now, admittedly, so that's probably one of the reasons why we are not going to get anyone vassalized. And we can't do the wars against them. At least not yet. Unless eventually the crisis mechanism goes away, but I think that for that you need to unite the entire federation, which is not going to happen. Not with the intended game mechanics anyway. We've got 4 of the armies drilling right now. Is this one... It's not fully built yet. Well, I suppose we do have the force limit though, so we can build out that one to 16 cannons there total. And plutocratic ideas can be completed now, so that's going to unlock a few more policies in here. Is that good efficiency, or good produced and production efficiency would be pretty nice. That would cost us a little bit of admin points, but I suppose that's fine because we're going to get the free admin policy thingy with the next reform, which is hopefully not too far off. We're getting 1.86 every month, so we estimate in 3 years we'll be able to get that. Oh, Noble Uprising. We shall crush them. All the way there, okay. Let's just go ahead and beat them. Hopefully we can get a little bit of morale before the combat starts. I'm gonna wait for a month. There we go. And now I think we'll be fine. Merchant guilds refuse to pay adventurers. You know what? A quest is a quest, so they'll have to pay. There we go. That'll be dealt with. So it's a good thing that we had an army up here north. There we go. That's another core done. So are you... I suppose we don't really have a core on you, or claim on you yet. I suppose that's something that I can start doing with the spy network at this stage. You've got a pretty... Oh, actually, you don't have that large army right now. If we were to start expanding down this way, that might be the path to start fighting new enemies, and maybe... Oh, actually, is that a different continent as well? It is, so we can get a... trade companies in there. Alright then. Oh, new bandits. Well, that's a bit unfortunate, but understandable. Is there any more centers of trade that we could upgrade to level 3? I mean, I suppose this one, if it's... well, it's not high enough development yet, but that is something that we could develop further, I suppose. That one's level 3, that's level 3. This one's level 2. Oh, actually, no, what we're going to do is we're going to start upgrading the forest now. Before I forget again. Some of these key locations, at least. Like that one, and maybe that one. And that one. There we go. So that would be a fairly good protection net around the key territories. I mean, this area is pretty open still. I suppose we should probably get a fort over here somewhere. That one should probably work. To protect the border there, in case someone's trying to push through. And I guess we can get another manufacturer in the meanwhile. Oh, that's a good value steel there. So, are these fighting a war? No, they're not fighting a war. They're supporting independence of some elves in the forest down this way, I believe. I don't remember where the exact location is, but it's somewhere around there, I believe. Now, we do have a bit of a bad relations with them. They want all my provinces. Well, not all, but a large chunk of my provinces. For some reason. How's the drill coming along, by the way? Or the professional? So it's 50% right now. Still got quite a bit of way to go. But that is... Oh, army reformer has died. Alright, that is still going to the correct sort of trajectory. Get a little bit more morale for our troops, I suppose. If we have a look at the armies quality-wise, so... Morale, we've got the highest. Discipline, we don't have the highest, but we've got pretty darn high. There's some... Oh, Grompa has got probably the same discipline, actually. Then siege ability, we don't have all that high. Defensiveness, we've got relatively low as well. Professionalism, we got the best that we know of. It might not be the best in the world, but it's pretty darn good. And tradition, we've got higher than most of our neighbours. Well, actually, the Centaurs do have a higher tradition than what we do. But compared to the Sun Elves, for example, we've got quite a bit of increase there. And if we have a look at the total army size, so we have the third largest army that we know of, only surpassed by Gromba and the Sun Elves. Alright, so there's quite a few nations in there that we could potentially be over time. Oh, actually, we could build up the fort over there. Let's do that. And I suppose another thing that we could do is just get more regimental camps in here. I know that I was saying that I should be building more of them anyway. So if we can get the land force, will need to be a bit higher. But if we do want to go for the... If we do want to go for the military hegemon, we'd still need to get a lot more. So at this stage, it might be more beneficial. Oh, Lorraine is number 1, and then it's Sun Elves. We are number 4 in the Great Powers list, and that's not too bad. But I think the naval hegemon might be something that we can probably achieve. And not immediately. We've got a lot of coastline that we can build shipyards and all that in. So we could actually, let's just go ahead and start building more shipyards in here. So the ship limits that we have is, well, at least 12 more ships is something that we could build right now. We've got some ships on the way still. Okay, that one's already built up. That's good. Oh, and there's more buildings that we're going to... How much are we getting? Oh, 160 ducats per month. Okay, so maybe we should get the... Right, the reform is almost done. Well, actually, it's not quite here yet. I suppose, is there any more... There's some governing capacity available. So if we wanted to get some states integrated, this area, I mean, is that 50 in development total? That's not a lot. I suppose the cost of that is still going to be fairly small as well. That's another 15, so I suppose we'll just turn these two into full states. It's that one we don't own fully. That one we don't own fully. So most of the areas that we have here we don't own fully. But, you know, at least that's a good step. Getting a bit more economy and all that. Running, we get a lot more money. And it is going to reduce the average autonomy, which means that we're going to get a little bit more points for the government reform per month. Which, you know, is going to take us a lot closer. Oh, hold on a minute. Right, I forgot. We started building up the cannons over there while we had this army moving about. I believe we still got one unit somewhere. Maybe not, actually. Influenza. We'll just quarantine the port. Oh, there we go. So it's 39,000 men. I believe we were still missing one. Oh, it's down here, waiting to be done after the galleon. Or galleons. I don't know if there's multiple ones still waiting. Right, so we're just requesting access to fight the Centaurs. But this, well, I suppose that if they want to go there, that makes sense. But if we do want to start fighting to the south, we don't have the claims there yet, but we're getting the spy network in at least. We're getting a little bit claims over here. Oh, traveling minstrel. We're going to take the admin points. I think that's a smart idea. Plus, we've got such a massive amount of money that we are going to upgrade the... You know what, I suppose we don't need any of these points directly right now too badly, but I'm going to increase the admin advisor by another level. And maybe I'm going to upgrade that one as well. That's going to allow us to develop a lot, and maybe we'll just put in another manufactory somewhere. So that should be pretty good. Oh, adventurers defeat bandits, good. And another conversion done, so that's... Okay, these conversions are starting to get a little bit on the expensive side, I do admit. And our unity isn't... Oh, okay, we lost a general. So this army has dropped drilling. I suppose we could get new generals in. Let's do that, shall we? 2340. Okay, so you can start drilling, and then we should have another one for the... Oh, that army already has one. It's the Dawn Guard over here that doesn't have one, alright. 0321. Alright. I suppose this one... Is there any rebellions happening? There's no unrest, so I guess not. We're going to get a lot more drill. Gashley is still the leader of the Federation. Surprise, surprise. The professional is now 52.5%. I mean, we just got 2% from hiring the 2 new generals, so that accounts for most of it. Still got a little bit governing capacity as well. And if need be, we can build a few more of these state houses. I suppose... I mean, that could be reducing it a little bit. Because it doesn't hurt. And we could have another 5,000 men. I mean, I suppose once this army is built... We're still waiting for that unit over here. We got a lot of the force underway now, so those will be done soon. Oh, and the soldier households. Right, so we wanted to get the university down here as soon as possible. So once that is completed... Oh, there we go, another development. But I do want to get the university over here because of the mission. And we've got the pirate hunting over here. Is there any pirates? No, there's no pirates there anymore. I wonder if there's any pirates in our trade notes at this stage. Oh, there's 80 in Zurkanrek. Alright then, I suppose what we're going to do is we're going to build a few lightships. And we're going to create a quick template. It's going to be building 10 lightships over here to do a bit of pirateer or pirate hunting in this trade node. I mean, I don't know how much they're making actually money from there. But just a little bit of fleet in all areas here, just doing the pirate hunting, and we can keep the trade clear. And there we go, we can get the reform, which is going to allow us to get the save the admin points for the from the policy. So we're getting a little bit more. Now, we do also have a few more other things in here, but I mean the tax modifier might not be that bad. Yearly propaganda tradition would definitely be useful, so I'm going to actually take that one. But the merchant and regiment cost isn't that much needed right now, so we'll let that be. We've got a lot of Diplo points there, but I also realised that we are well over time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, until next time, bye bye.